simultaneously destroying and attempting to save the planet. With methods such as water conservation efforts, the recycling movements, and the recent ban of plastic straws, to name a few, America is slowly but surely recognizing the detrimental impact humans are having on this earth. Meanwhile, with the rise of social media and new advertising platforms, Americans have become diet and exercise obsessed, trying to find a balance between getting the results they want healthily. However, one of the most widely ignored or understood detriments to both our environment and our health is the animal agriculture industry. As arguably the most profiting section of the agriculture industry, it is also the most destructive. That being said, eating less meat is beneficial for the following reasons. First off, it's become evident that Americans are eating too much protein. Americans have a false view on how much protein they actually need due to diet and fitness fads. Therefore, they're eating meat instead of healthier protein options such as lentils, beans, quinoas, etc. Furthermore, the earth cannot sustain the meat production to match the rate at which Americans are consuming it. Like with fast food companies, for example, people are eating lots of multiple meat options, and that's draining the farms versus to make animal production at the rate that we consume it, they would not be able to sustain it with the amount of grass we're able to cultivate. This comes from the documentary Cowspiracy from 2016. Cowspiracy, The Sustainable Secret by Kip Anderson. And in addition, animal agriculture is incredibly destructive to the environment. Some supporting evidence for this would be that it takes an insane amount of water to raise only 1 pound of beef. For example, it can take up to 1,200 gallons. The information for this was found in Penn Jr.'s article, Agriculture Marketing, from the Journal of Marketing, which was a marketing column that, in this case, discussed the falsehood of advertising in the animal agriculture industry. Additionally, animal agriculture creates more greenhouse gas than any other industry, and this was noted in C. Heiner's article, A Leading Cause of Everything, One Industry That Is Destroying Our Planet and the Ability to Thrive on It, which was published in the Georgetown Environmental Law Review. So the first solution to reducing the impact on the earth is, of course, to start eating a lot less meat. Giving up meat for just 1 day a week, or even by starting with 1 meal a day, would make a huge difference in the amount of pounds of beef you're consuming and would take less water to farm those. Meat is good for you, but in moderation. Beef consumption has been linked to hundreds of cancers by hundreds of qualified studies. And as described in the 2007 article by Anita Kushik titled Meat Consumption and Cancer Risks, which was published in the Medical Public Library of Science, Kanisha explains that as you get older, the more beef consumption buildup stays within you, the likely you are to have cancer. So another solution would be to support the correct brands or farms, and by trying to support more ethically raised meat, when you're going to buy it, you would want to shop local, stick with grass-fed, or other better options, and similarly give vegetarian meat substitutes a chance. I talked earlier about how legumes and beans and quinoas are better protein substitutes, but also there's, in the modern days, a lot of really great meat substitutes that aren't going to be just beans. And then a counter argument you would have is that, again, you're not getting enough protein which, as I said before, is skewed. This was reiterated in Egan S.'s article, How Much Protein Do We Need?, which was published in the New York Times, which said the average American today is eating nearly 100 grams of protein when they only need about 56 to be sustained per day. So, if you're going to take anything away from this speech, it would be to be more mindful of what you eat and where it comes from, and to understand the detrimental impact the animal agriculture industry does currently hold over our environment, not just in the US, but worldwide today.